What are two things that compose your state of mind? And how do you get yourself from a not so good state, an unresourceful one, to a better, more resourceful state so you can make better decisions? Let's chat about it. Peace and cheers, as always, folks. Mark, Flying Health Coach, coming at you. Happy insert day whenever you decide to watch this video. I'm happy that you're here, and as always, I hope you're happy that you're here. The reason I do these videos is for you to just think differently, gain a new mindset, all in all to help you live a more better life, become the best version of yourself, your 2.0 version, if you will. So tonight, without further ado, we're going to talk about your state of mind, two things that's composed of your state, and then also a couple things that you can do to change your state from a more negative one, if you will, fearful, anger, resentment type of deal, to put you in a more resourceful state so you can ask yourself better questions. So that's the topic for tonight. Sit back, relax, learn something new. Let's dive into it. So, what is your state first and foremost, right? Well, it's pretty simple actually when you think about it. All these concepts are very simple. Your state is just how you currently feel in your head. That's it. Do you feel happy? Do you feel healthy? Do you feel energized? Do you feel empathy, or do you feel pissed off, angry, and so on and so forth, right? All those more lower vibrational energies, right? So that's your state of mind. It's just how are you currently feeling, right? Now, granted, we know that even if you're the happiest person on earth every single day, things are going to happen to put you in a less resourceful state. So the goal of these videos and the goal of learning about your personal growth and development is not to make you some magical person to where you're never pissed off and not happy. That's not it. But the goal is for you to be able to put yourself back into a better state of mind when things in life do happen, right? Which they inevitably will. We know that. So, state of mind, how you think about you, how you think about the outside world, your external world, right? Your state of mind is going to dictate the questions that you ask yourself, right? If you're in a fearful, angry, pissed off state, probably not going to ask the best questions, right? You're going to be asking a lot of degrading questions. You're going to ask questions that aren't going to lead you to good answers. When you ask those types of questions that give you bad answers, you're going to feel just worse about yourself, right? You're going to start downgrading yourself more. You're going to downgrade your friends, your relationships, society, whatever have you, right? It just leads to it leads you to keep going down this path. It's not going to help you become a better you, right? It doesn't work. So, versus a resourceful state, right? When you put yourself in a state of, I feel happy, I feel energized, I feel excited, right? You can ask yourself better questions, right? When you ask better questions, you're going to get better answers and you're going to put forth better action, right? The more important thing is putting forth better action, okay? So, what's your state composed of? I got my whiteboard back tonight, so here we go. Two things, right? I'm going to write them down. The first one is your internal representations, T-A-T-I-O-N-S. The second thing is going to be your physiology and the conditions of your physiology. Okay? So your state. State of mind is composed of your internal representations and your current physiology, right? So your internal representations, it's pretty simple again. It's the meaning you attach to things in your life, right? That's all it is. Because nothing in life is inherently good or bad. It's just the meaning you put behind them, right? If this person does this, I feel this way. If they do that, I feel that way. If this happens in the world, I feel this way, right? It's just the meaning you put behind something. So if you want one way you want to change your state, change the meaning you associate things with. The second thing, also equally as important, is your physiology, right? And the physiology just meaning how you, it's your posture, right? Are you keeping your shoulder blades back? Are you keeping your head held high? Are you trying to smile, right? I mean, how many research studies can you look up to where if you just smile, you automatically release better, more happier hormones? You just do. So your physiology is equally as important, right? We all have seen that Charlie Brown, I'm going to put it up here, that Charlie Brown comic where he's talking to, I think it's Lucy, is it Lucy? Linus? Lucy? I forget which one he's talking to. But he's saying it takes work to be depressed, right? You have to slouch your shoulders down. You have to look your head down. Conversely, it takes work, right, to be happy by standing up tall, put your shoulder blades back, keeping your head held high, smiling, right? It's your physiology, right? So your internal representations and your physiology are going to dictate your state of mind. Okay, so two key things right there. Right, don't get those up. Keep those in your head. Now, the meat of this video is changing your state from an unresourceful one to a resourceful one, right? Because again, as you all know, if you're in a pissed off, angry, fearful state, right? And a lot of it stems from fear, right? More so than not, it always starts with fear, right? Even if you don't think it does, it does. It starts with fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Thank you, Master Yoda. But it's true, though. A lot of it stems from just fear. Whatever that fear is in your life, it starts there and it progresses along that line of those not so fun emotions, right? Those lower vibrational states. When you're in that state, again, you ask yourself very shit questions, right? And you're going to get not good answers, and it's going to be that cycle where it's going to keep making you give bad actions, and you're going to keep feeling like crap, and so on and so forth. So the first thing you can do, and this is where we're going to change your state, right? Changing it. And this is the important part, okay? If you right now are feeling in fear, anger, depressed, pissed off, whatever, doesn't matter. If you're in a state of mind that you don't want to be in, right? The first thing you have to do is just recognize it and observe it. That's it. Simple thing. First thing you gotta do is and even say it out loud. Right now I'm feeling pissed off. Right now I feel angry. Right now I feel fearful. Just do that. Become a observer of your current state of mind, right? Almost imagine yourself like you're in your mind, right? You're looking at yourself, you pull yourself out of your body and looking yourself down. You're observing yourself, you're observing your mind, observing your thoughts. That's your first step, just be an observer of what's going on. Watch all those thoughts, watch those questions come in your mind, right? That's all you have to do. Why? Because typically when people get really angry or fearful, they act right away, right? Why? Because they want to be comfortable. It's totally a mental thing. Your mind seeks comfort, right? A lot of times that's through not the healthiest ways in the planet, but that's what happens. Your mind seeks comfort, right? So first and foremost, just become an observer, right? So write that down. Number one, become an observer of your current state, right? I'm feeling this way. Okay, cool. That's going to be one of the biggest steps right there. You do that, recognize it, we're off to a good path right now. Now, the second thing to do, and this is from me personally, the second thing you do is you name that state, right? Sounds weird, but this is a form of pattern interruption, okay? When that state comes on, when you start to feel fearful, angry, or this, or that, or depressed, whatever, give it a silly name. I named mine Lewis. Sounds silly, but every time something happens in my life to put me in that fearful, unresourceful state, I'm like, Lewis, shut the F up, dude. Or Lewis, stop it. Lewis, you don't control me. Lewis, whatever. But every time I say it, it just kind of makes me smile a little bit. It makes me laugh at it a little more because I've observed it, recognized it, and I gave it a silly name. It's a pattern interruption, right? It interrupts me thinking negatively, okay? And that's a huge thing you can do for you. So I encourage you that after you observe your current state, after you're looking at yourself being pissed off and angry, now give it a name. Give it a silly name, right? Because then when you feel that state coming on, like, hey, dude, shut up. It's not real. It's not what's happening right now. But your mind is trying to facilitate ways for you to feel comfortable, so it's trying to prepare you for pain, okay? It doesn't put you in a good state, right? So those first two things, observe it, give it a name. Giving it a name is a form of pattern interruption, right? That's a crucial thing to do because it just makes it kind of silly at that point. It lowers the intensity. It lowers the power that negative state has on you, right? When you give it a silly little name, right? Because you're interrupting that pattern, your old thought pattern, okay? Now, the third thing you can do when that happens, right? And this is something that I'm doing now too, and this helps immensely, right? It's all this stuff kind of sounds kooky sometimes, but I promise you it works. After you observed it and gave it a name, you're going to use something that Tony Robbins coined called the swoosh or swish pattern. Call it the swoosh or swish pattern. Okay. So in your mind, this is what I do. Kid you not. I take Lewis in my mind and I envision him out here somewheres. And then I watch him swoosh away. It's as simple as that. I do it when I'm driving, right? When there's not rush hour and traffic and whatnot. But I envision my mental state, Lewis, right? That's my fear. I envision Lewis, my fear, my anger, my whatever you want to call it, whatever negative emotion you have. I vision him out here, all that stuff put together, and I just watch him fly away. It sounds super simple and it sounds stupid, but I can promise you that if you can put that emotion out here and you can consciously just watch it go away, right? Now, when it goes away, what you got to do is the most fourth important thing. You have to replace it with an alternative, right? Now, the alternative, you also have to use your mind. You have to bring the state of mind you want to be in, and now you have to consciously blow that picture up in your head, right? Blow the picture up in your head of how you want to feel, right? For me, as an example, right, I think of me in my pilot uniform, right? I think of me in my pilot uniform flying because I'm a pilot and I love flying. I put myself in that state of mind because it's what I love doing, right? That's my alternative, okay? So this is what kind of steps you can take here. Again, observe it, give it a silly name as a pattern interrupt so you can reduce its effect and power on you. Third thing, use that swoosh or swish pattern and just wash it away, right? But you have to imagine it. You have to blow that negative picture up in your head, put it out somewhere, and just watch it go away. But then you're going to replace it with an alternative. That alternative has to be you in that old state of mind, a time in your life when you felt really powerful, you felt confident, you felt strong, you felt like I can do anything. Put yourself back in that moment and blow it up big in your mind to replace that old thought, right? This takes practice, this takes time, but if you keep doing that over and over again, you'll be able to take yourself out of those negative states, put yourself back in a positive state, more resourceful state right away. You're going to start to then ask yourself better questions. Again, when you ask yourself better questions, you're going to get better answers and you're going to put forth better actions. And that's the biggest thing of them all, is just to put yourself in a better state, to ask better questions, to put forth better actions, right? Versus saying, oh, poor me, like, I'm just going to go do this again today, and like, what's the point? Versus, no, Lewis, shut up. It's not poor me anymore. It's, I don't want to feel this way. Peace out, Girl Scout. I want to feel this way. I'm putting that image in my head. Okay, cool. What do I have to do right now to feel that way? What do I have to do right now to feel that way more consistently? Okay? You ask those questions, you're going to feel better. I'm telling you, it works. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe up in the corner over there. For more content like this, I'm going to try to keep putting stuff out on a more week-to-week basis more consistently now. As always, my health coach, my email, flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com for one-on-one coaching. Again, your first call is always going to be free just to see if coaching's right for you. My book, and I got another one coming out soon for guys. It's kind of masculine workbook, but I dig it a lot. I think you will too. Flying Health Coach Guide, How to Un-F Your Life. Free to download on my YouTube page. First 13, 14 pages are free. If you like what you read, sweet. If you don't, that's cool too. But if you'd like what you read, you can purchase the book, lulu.com, link on my YouTube page. Other than that, guys, hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, I think I just said that, so I'm being redundant right now. Now it's getting weird. Let's go ahead and end the video. Peace, cheers, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.